Alright traders, let's get ready for the week. In this analysis, I'll walk you through some forex pairs and highlight the key level areas I am watching. We'll cover where price could find liquidity, possible reversals, and the conditions I'll be waiting before looking to enter. With that said, let's get started and head to the charts. So the first pair for today is Euro GBP. I have already marked some key level areas. The first one is a daily resistance, and then we have a daily support. We also have a 4-hour time frame marked key level area. This will act as a support right now. Okay, so we have some key levels right here, which the price has already hit. Okay, this trade might come in very early on the Monday, maybe before London session. What we want for the price to do right here is just just give us an engulfing or maybe break this previous high, recent high on the 1 hour time frame. A really nice engulfing would actually help. So all I want price to do is give me an entry signal or just break this level. I am fine with price giving me an engulfing on 2 hour time frame. I might consider 30 minutes as well, but it completely depends on what kind of candles the price has formed tomorrow. It might be like I can see if I see a lot of rejections towards the downside and there is no engulfing on 1 hour time frame, but 30 minutes I see a good engulfing, I might enter the trade. So this looks good to me. It is already following a trend and it is clearly rejecting the trend line area. So until it's broken, we are good to go. I'll mark this as green. Previous pair. So last week we also analyzed USD JPY and we had analyzed for this trade, but during the week on Telegram I had posted a trade that I'm looking to enter this position, but because of the NFP I didn't enter it. Eventually this the price action gave a really nice 3.5 restore reward, and I had predicted this trade before this price action had hit entry. So if you guys have not joined me on Telegram, please do. People are coming in slowly, but eventually I am sure that my Telegram is going to be a really good and a big community. So this week for USD JPY, I don't see much of a trade here because it's in the middle. But during the week, we can find something. It's still ranging. It has not given a breakout towards upside or down. So this price is good support, and the price might still not give a breakout. And people who might there are people who might look for a trade right here, like hitting a support and then the price to go up. But that might not happen very soon. But even then, I don't see a good trade right here because even if the price hits support at this point, the price has given a really good bearish momentum, but there is no market structure right here. So until the price does something like, let's say, something like this, then breaks this 1 hour structure to create a bullish momentum, only then I might look for entry. And I don't think so it will happen. So let's see, we'll keep an eye. But this trade USD JPY is not the priority this week. So I'll keep it here. Let's look for Euro USD. also remove this EMA levels. Okay. So for the recap, Euros USD gave me a trade and I closed it on around actually 1.5. I was expecting a 3, 1 is to 3 trade, but price gave a 2 and actually more than 2. It came around 2.5 and then rejected. Yeah. So it gave a 2.5 but it eventually rejected. But I had moved my stop loss to 1.5 and that got hit, so I closed it on 1.5. We had analyzed this pair last week. I also posted the updates on Telegram, so make sure you join Telegram. I also post updates on Instagram, so if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can do that as well. I think on the daily side, we see a breakout, but there is a huge rejection from here, which is something I don't like. Anyway, the price has been following a trend line, and 4 hour is giving a reversal pattern, but it's not an engulfing. So I mean, the red candle is engulfing, but it's not so strong compared to the momentum which actually gave this big push. So what I look for is, I think I would like something like a price action to create a local support and resistance. Maybe maybe reject from this price action, go back down, and then create some market structures, and then push it upwards. So I wanted something like this on 30 minutes, and then maybe give a breakout. Then I might look for buy, but eventually the thing is, this is a daily resistance area. So a trade like this will, yeah, a trade like this is not going to give you a good result. A better trade would be uh, maybe something like this. If you see, whenever the trend line is rejected, and then the price comes up, rejects again, pushes down, breaking the previous low, recent low. Okay, the same has been done here as well. So I'm expecting something like this again. Let's say if the price comes down, rejects this trend line, and then push again. So at this point, I'll enter the trade. Something like this, a stop loss around here, and take profit. Whatever two or three, whatever I get, I'm fine with trades who give me at least 1:2 reward. I'm not looking for too much. Like I am not looking for 1:3 always. 1:2 is good for me. Yeah. So I think Euro USD is this trade is much better, and I'll move this up. This is a green trade. Now USD JPY we have did. Let's look at AUD JPY. So I caught this trade, and it was not actually right here. But anyway, I caught this 1:2. So this was also previously analyzed in the market. I didn't catch it here because So I wanted to make sure the price action is beating the trend line. So I could see a trend line forming right here. Okay, and I wanted the price action to retest it. So what I did was I actually bought this around here. You can see the position I actually took on Telegram. So I did something like this. I bought it a little late, something like this. Stop loss around here and 1 is to 2. Yeah, I took a 1 is to 2. I don't know the exact prices, but this is something I took around this area. You can check it on Telegram. It's also available on Instagram. So this was also analyzed last week again. This week what we are looking for is daily has rejected at resistance. The price broke structure and it is rejecting previous high. I think the price might go back again to reject from this area. So there are two things. Initially, so recently we see that this is a support area. This is a support area clearly showing here. So, so what we want price to do is come back maybe this level. I'm fine with rejections right here as well. This support level has been a really good one. So I would be interested in a trade where I see candles coming here and then moving back up. So what I want to see is rejections, something like this, like multiple candles rejecting the support area and probably closing a little above this support line. And if that happens, and maybe on a smaller time frame like 30 or 1 hour, I'll take the trade. So all we want price to do is come back here. Yeah, let me do this. All I want price to do is come back here, give me some rejections here on smaller time frames, and then push eventually. And then I'll take a trade which would look like something like this, uh, keeping the stop loss below the low and keeping my TP around, let's see, yeah, around here. Or the next target can be this area, but I can see there are multiple rejections right here. So pushing beyond this would eventually put me at where I am right now. So it can completely flip from right here. So odd JPY, I am interested again, but from this position exactly where this is, where I should have taken the previous trade. But anyway, that trend line was a serious thing to consider. So same trade again from previous week. We want price to come back down, give us a reversal. AUD, NZD, price, we see a really nice trend line, but we only have two touches right here. Okay, we are not sure whether it is a real trend because this is just a previous low, higher low, and the current higher low connecting together and then forming this trend line. So if the price starts rejecting right here, I think I think we can consider a buy position. Oh, the daily time frame, uh, I don't think so. It might actually give us a buy here. So this has been a rejection area from where the price rejects most commonly, and we should do what has happened previously very easily. So we can see that the price generally rejects for the first time and then comes back up. Here also it has done this, but here it has clearly rejected it. Okay, okay. So I think we'll see what price action is showing us. I see a good engulfing on daily, and but it might mean nothing. Yeah, because there is no structure, there is no consolidation right here. The price came up, went down, created a new high, and then went down. So it might do this again. Maybe it might create a shoulder. So this is on shoulder, this is the head. It might create another shoulder and then just push down. So we'll have to see this how it happens, but these are some possible trades I can look for. So considering this support and resistance lines which are on 4 hour and 1 hour time frame. So if I want to short, I want the price action to come down, retest this zone, and then push down, and then I'll sell the trade. Uh, for the exact positions, I'll update this on Telegram what I'm doing. So this might happen this week itself. So this is another green trade. And if I'm looking for price action to continue up, what I want is, yeah, what I want for price action to do is go up and break this, consolidate around here, give me a structure, and on smaller time frames mainly, and then push up. And around this area I like to buy. Rather than here, I would prefer buying here. Mainly the reason is this is a rejection area, right? So even if I buy from right here, I can see a reversal from here. So waiting for double confirmation is much better than losing the trade. So I'll move density up. USD CAD, I predicted the price movement again, but didn't get the chance to take this trade. I was busy. There was some emergency, and I couldn't take this trade. Uh, so when the trade was around here, I posted it on Telegram again, and it did hit exact to the pip this area 1:2, and then went down, and again hit it again. So this might have been a good trade, but anyway, we'll see more options this week. The NFP is done, and I don't have to be worried about it anymore, because it was NFP last week. I didn't take a lot of trades. I could see the market showing me, but this week is going to be much better. Let's see. So 4 hour is still around. Let's say we can say it's still making shoulder. Okay, if the price wants to go down from right here or around this area, it's still making a shoulder, and the daily time frame is looking really nice. If this is an head and shoulders, I would be like very much interested to sell from around this area, because it's a minor resistance. You see the price has rejected, okay, from here once, okay, twice, and then yeah, so it's a good rejection area at the end. Okay, so what I want price to do in this case is, let's see at 4 hours what it's looking like. Yeah, So all I want price to do is touch this key level area, reject from here. Okay. Give me rejections here, and then on smaller time frame do something like this. Yeah. Yeah. So as soon as the price does this, like it's creating a new low on smaller time frame, I would like to buy. I would like to sell. Okay. The stop loss would be something like this, and TP around this area. Yeah. So exact position I'll share once I take it. So I don't give signals. I only share once I have taken positions, or only when I'm not taking a trade I might share the trade. This is something I was looking, but maybe because of news or something like that I didn't take the trade. So USD cat analysis done. Let's look gold. So gold is at a new higher high. Actually, there is no specific higher high formed yet. Uh, we want price to start giving structure for us to look for a trade. Right now, it's at a higher high, and for me to look at a trade, I want price to actually come back around this area, or maybe start forming structures around this area. On smaller time frames, we might see some structure, but this is not a definite support or resistance. It's a fresh key level areas, but we can only mark it support or resistance when we see some touches rejecting those areas. Right now, none of that is happening, so we just leave it as it is. Not interested in gold. Let's look at GU. We first move gold to the bottom. So GBP USD is doing the same thing. It's ranging since a very long time now. Yeah. So I don't expect a breakout. There's nothing to predict a breakout so far yet on this. But if there is a breakout, I would look for a trade like this. If there is a breakout towards the downside, I'll look for a trade that looks something like this. And if I plan to take a ranging trade, uh, I'll let you know on, again, Telegram or Instagram. I'll post it there. So I'll be interested in a trade where price action is something like this and not like this. And the reason behind this is mainly because we see a very small structure creating a high. Okay, but if you see, some people like to mark a higher low like this and a higher high right here. Some people do it this way, that the a higher high is here and a higher low is here, and then again the next higher high is here, higher low is here, and then this is a break of structure. So you might look for a next uh, lower high and an engulfing or something like that to enter. But this is not a very clear structure. I don't like this so much. I prefer something like this where a high is created, a higher low is around here, or maybe you can say here. But if you see on small time frame, it's a good support it is creating. So if I go more smaller on the time frame, I'll see price action creating a support and resistance level. So this is a support for this price action, and for this price to move down again. So once I see a breakout right here, I can take a trade which doesn't have to cover a stop loss like this, but instead just cover it this much, and the price, I mean, I can keep a TP something like this, right? Till here, yeah, keeping a 3. So I like price actions like this, which is creating structures. So even if it's 30 minutes, I want structures, and I don't want something like this, a price to just keep go up directly and then reject and then start making structures here, because then I'll have to wait for a break right here rather than at this area. Then because when I have to wait for a break right here, my TP becomes very small. So let's say if I want to take a trade right here, sorry, my bad. I'll have to keep a stop loss like this, a break of around this, and then a TP of this is not going to suffice. It's not even 1 is to 2. So what I want price to do is come back up, maybe not this way. I want price to come back up, create structures, go up, create structure, and then come down, give me an entry, and hit my TP. So GU is something I'm a little interested, not so much, but if the price action does what I want it to do, I am interested in it. Now let's look at Euro AUD. Okay. You see the price action, I have a trend line already marked here. Okay. On the daily, we have some support and resistance as well as on 4 hour, and then we see a trend. The trend is going really nice until we see a breakout trying to happen, but this might be a completely false breakout. The only thing is the price is consolidating a lot, so the market is very indecisive of where the price is going to go. Maybe it can go up, maybe it can go down, but if you look at smaller time frames, the price is giving, like, it's consolidating in a local support and resistance. See, you can see that on 4 hour time frame we have a support right here. So let's mark this. It's a good support area, and then we have a resistance happening right here. Okay, this is the max resistance, and then this is the resistance. So what we want price to do on these lines is, it's very simple. uh, for a buy, we again wait for something like this is what I had analyzed last week. But for a sell, we can wait for something like this. So maybe on a 1 hour time frame or 30-minute time frame, this can happen. The price will reject from here and then start rejecting this line as resistance, and then push again. So at this point, I'll be very much interested. Okay. So if I look at daily candles, yeah, we can sell this to around, yeah, yeah, around this area. I see there is a another low, previous low right here. So price, so the first target will be around this place, and the second target is this. Let's see how it's looking like. So if price does something like this, I'll just wait for engulfing. I don't want the price action to actually break this low again and do this, but I want this low to be broken. Okay, this low to be broken, and we can look for something like this. My main target is this line because I don't want to, wait for a trade and then see a rejection. And then what happens is we are swing traders, right? But that also means a simple rejection will go on for days, right? So if a price is rejected, it might just, go on consolidating right here, and then I don't know whether it will go down, and then it eventually goes on to hit my break even, right? So my first target is this, and my main target is this as well. But people who are optimistic can look for a target till here. But I'll suggest this target is the best one. So again, this is going to happen later in the week. So I'll mark this green and leave it here. We have already like around 7 pairs very much happening this week. But still, let's look for few more pairs, and then we are done for the week. So the price recently rejected the upper trend line. So I have said this in my previous video that I believe trend lines are support lines as well. They act as support, they act as resistance as well. Okay. So the price has rejected from right here, and if you were to enter a trade, this was the main breakout structure, but these were very small candles, so we would have not entered any trade right here. But let's see if there are any support and resistance levels I can mark. Yeah, so this one looks really nice to me. This area, daily support right now, and then on these lines we have one more support here. So this has acted as resistance, and because of that, you can see there are rejections here, and these are daily candles rejecting from right this area. So it's a good key level, and we can cover even this liquidity area. So either the price can like come down here and then reject, or the price might come here and reject from this area. But let's look at smaller time frames as well. Before that, I'll just mark this daily lines. Okay. So 4 hour we see really nice price action around these levels. You see it's hitting top, it's hitting bottom. It's a good support and resistance levels. It's a breakout. All you want to see right now. Yes, it's very simple. You want to see up the candle come here, give you an engulfing, a really nice engulfing, or maybe market structure. I like if I see some rejections here, not just an engulfing. If I see a rejection, like few rejections happening right here, and then a good engulfing candle on maybe 1 hour time frame or 2 hour time frame, I like to buy this to go up. Right now we don't have a specific area to mark, so I'll take a buy around here, top loss around this area, and a minimum target of 2, a max target of 3. If I look at daily candles, we are free to take trades here, but if we want the trades to close, early we like you can take max target of 3, and this trade might happen very soon. So keep an eye on this. EuroCAD. Now let's look at GBP JPY. So we have seen the price has before recently, very recently, rejected this resistance area, right? I mean, the price can do this again. It can just come down here and range, or maybe just go down. But what we want to see is, so these daily candles are doing like just going moving up and down right here in this area. But on 4 hour, it is forming market structures, right? So what we want price to do is, this is the high. Okay, this is the high, and for us to enter, we want price to go up, retest, give us some rejections, and then go up. So we can enter a buy right here when we see an engulfing, or your entry signal can be as simple as change of structure. So if I see an engulfing, I'll take an entry here. The stop loss of the recent low, targeting at least 1 is to 2 or 3. So we do not have so many rejections right here. You can target as big as this, but you can see the candles, they don't move so much, right? Imagine how many days it took to reach this target. It's a lot. Like around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just use this weight. Around 16 days. 1 is to 2 or something like that is much better. I think this might happen later in the week. No, not later in the week. I think this might happen. This might happen. I don't have a specific date, but we can also look for a sell. I mean, the sell is more imminent. So what I want for price to do is break down, reject the sell. The first target will be around this area, but I'm not so much interested in this because these are daily candles. So and this is a consolidation area, so of course it's going to take a lot of time. And even after the NFP, there is no breakout. Nothing has happened. I don't know if it's going to happen very soon. NZD USD is closing on our trend line. It's also good. You can see support resistance area. Previously, it has acted as really nice support. So I'll mark this line. But this is also one problem where the price might come back and then start giving rejections right here. So instead, what you want to do is do something like this. We want the price to, so this has something like this has already happened. The price right now might do something like this. It's possible. So what we wait for is the price to break out again around these areas. Okay, break out again, reject this area on 1 hour and something like this. So price to go up, consolidate a bit, on smaller time frames, give us rejections, and then start pushing down, give us some entry signal or something like that, and then I'll be interested in taking a sell right here. And it's a really nice trade. Actually, it's going to give you a really nice risk to reward because the price will easily come around this area first. Okay, the first target is this is uh, daily support resistance area, And let's say you take an entry of something like this, and once you see on smaller time frames that it's imminent that this is happening, the breakout is happening, and you enter around your stop loss of around this 60 pips, you get a really nice 1 is to 3. 60 pips is a lot and 1 is to 3 is really nice, but the price might take some time, like around maybe more than a week. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, yeah, took 7 days here, took hardly any time here, so 3 4 days right here. So let's see, whatever it is, I am interested in this. There is a chance it might not happen this week, so what I'll do is I'll put a line here and set an alert so I don't miss this. So we have done a lot of pairs. We have a lot of pairs for this week available. If there would have been very less pairs right here, and I might have analyzed more. If you want some specific analysis on any chart, you can let me know. I'll post it on Telegram or on my Instagram both. So just comment and let me know. I'll do it for you. We are done analyzing the charts, and this week I'm also starting my course. If you want to learn how I analyze my charts, how I understand the market, and what my thoughts are, it's completely for free, first of all. So subscribe and hit the notification bell icon. I am preparing a complete course. The first video is going to be available very soon, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, and then after that I'll be posting in every 2 or 3 days there will be a new video. So make sure you do that. Subscribe, hit the notification bell icon, and follow me on Instagram. Join the Telegram group. I'm very sure the community is going to be very big. So if you want to be the OG of FXPL community, join the platform. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.